they always said I'm wrong, but what they doing today? I think they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim for the Real Sports Talk here at Eagles training camp to preview the AFC North for you. Last year the Ravens won by beating the Steelers twice, but they actually had the same record both at, I believe, 11-5. I'm going to start in 5th place. I have the Cleveland Browns. In the offseason, Peyton Hillis did leave, but they added Trent Richardson through the draft. In their camp right now, it's a competition between Brandon Weeden, the 28-year-old they drafted out of Oklahoma State, and Cole McCoy, the 3-year veteran from Texas. Brad Childress, the former Vikings head coach and Eagles offensive coordinator, will be taking over the offense there. I think Trent Richardson is a nice rookie year, and Brandon Weeden needs to have a nice rookie year because he's already 28 years old. So we'll see what they do, but I think that this is going to be a growing year for this team at about 5-11, somewhere in that area. I have the Bengals in 3rd place at 9-7, competing for a playoff spot. I like what they did last year with Andy Dalton. They did not bring back Cedric Benson, but they signed in Jarvis Green-Ellis from the Cincinnati Bengals. Jason Allen, Derek Harvey, and Andre Caldwell left, but they did have a pretty successful offseason. I think A.J. Green is going to be a top 5 receiver this year. Unfortunately, they're just in a tough division where for the next few seasons they're going to have to probably go 11-5 or so to make the playoffs, especially if they're going to win the division. They might have to even go 12-4. So I think that they compete for a playoff spot, but I'm not sure that they make the playoffs this year. Wouldn't be surprised if they do. The Steelers I have in 2nd place at 11-5. The Steelers this offseason decided to go in a different direction at the offensive coordinator position, letting Bruce Arians go, and that was much to the dismay of Ben Roethlisberger. But they bring in Todd Haley, the former Chiefs coach and offensive coordinator back in the day for the Arizona Cardinals when they had Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald, Kurt Warner when they went to the Super Bowl. He'll take over there. He's a character, but he's a really good offensive coordinator when he's on the same page as you. I think that in the end that's a nice move. I think Ben Roethlisberger is maturing, no matter what your opinion is on him. I think he's matured. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks at extending the play, getting out of the pocket. I love watching the guy, honestly. I'm not a Steelers fan, but when you see him extend the play, he's a warrior out there. He plays through pretty much any injuries. The one concern I have, Mike Wallace was franchised and they could not agree to a long-term deal this offseason. That's a bit of a concern for this team. You need to get him locked up. They did sign Emmanuel Brown to a 5-year extension, but for some reason they could not give that pretty much the same amount of money to Mike Wallace. I guess maybe he wanted a little bit more. I have the Ravens in 1st place. Despite losing defensive player Terrell T. Fizzle Suggs for the season, they are able to re-sign Ray Rice this offseason. The only big loss they had was Lee Evans. I think Joe Flacco this year will have a really solid season. He has a lot of critics right now. I think he comes out as a big year this year for the Baltimore Ravens. And quite frankly, I don't know why everyone hates on Joe Flacco. He's not like a top 5 quarterback, but he's played pretty well. He's been to 2 AFC title games, 3 AFC title games, 2 or 3 AFC title games already. And yeah, he would have been in the Super Bowl last year if Billy Cundiff could have hit that field goal at the end. So I think the Ravens, despite the loss of Terrell Suggs, you still have Haloti Ngata, Ray Lewis, a solid overall defense. Ed Reed hopefully can stay healthy. I think the Baltimore Ravens win the AFC North. I'll see you guys later.
Just a little bit around the corner from fear. Be there by next year, where I'm going.